I've just caught a remora. It's a little reef fish. They usually hang off of sharks and things like that. It's a beautiful little fish. Oh, there he goes. That was my first fish of the trip, so that's a good one.
We've arrived here at Lady Musgrave Island at sunrise, having pulled out of Bundaberg at midnight. Lady Musgrave is at the southern end of the Great Barrier Reef, about 55 kilometers from the mainland. We're both pretty shattered. We haven't had a decent sleep since leaving Mooloolaba 6 days ago. It's not just the 4-hour watches that wear you out. It's getting up in the middle of the night so you can catch the high tide to cross the bars, or so you can arrive at tricky anchorages like this one in the daylight. But today, we reckon it's worth it. Lady Musgrave Island. This is the kind of place I want to show Maxine. This is what cruising's about, finding and exploring places like this. On day 18, after yet another sleepless night in an exposed anchorage, Wayne and I prop ourselves up with some strong coffee and continue north.
We're gonna leave Lady Musgrave this morning and head out to Cape Capricorn. We gotta get moving north and get the boat to Arley Beach, take care of the sail drive. So that's still a little lingering problem in the background.
To get out of here, we've got to cross back through a narrow passage. Coming in, the tide was so high you couldn't see how close we were to the reef. But now, the tide's way down low, and it's a whole lot scarier. Oh my God, at low tide, you can really see how little room we had coming in. I mean, you got a reef on the right, a reef on the left, and you're squeezing the boat through, and there's no room for air.
About to go through the reef. A little hole about 50 feet wide, and yeah, you don't want to miss it. Here we go.
If you were 5 feet one way or the other, you'd be smacking into a coral reef. It was a little nerve-wracking. Wayne was at the helm. I was glad of that. It does make me think, how the hell am I going to do this, though, without him? I mean, when he's gone, he's gone. It's just me and Maxine. Yeah, I think that's when the nerves will really kick in. By sunset, we've passed Cape Capricorn, which means we're officially in the tropics.
We had a couple little dilemmas today. My fishing line got caught in wind vane. I turned the panel, the electric panel off by accident, which cut the autopilot and spun us around.
All rookie moves, which Wayne finds highly amusing. Day 20, we stopped for a quick look around Great Keppel Island, which back in the 80s was a holiday hotspot. Not so much anymore. Then, another overnight sail to a little island we're keen to explore.
We're about to get to Percy Island, or Middle Percy, actually. We're gonna anchor and take the rest of the day off.
Charted by Matthew Flinders in 1802, Middle Percy Island used to supply ships sailing north. It's still a popular place for yachties to stretch their legs on the way up the coast.
Came across this really cool old building where everybody's put the names of their boats for probably the last 40 or 50 years. Turned into a little hut with a barbecue pit. The beach is great, and this is the first place that really kind of feels like a holiday spot. Hey Wayne, what are you doing?
Just husking a coconut. So you can get the husk off and then you can get at the nuts inside and have a drink.
Hey. Now what?
I don't know.
10 minutes later, Wayne's still trying to get his coconut open. Voila.
Nectar of the tropics.
Need some rum. Oh, it's very good though. It's supposed to have dead ant larvae in it.
This is what I thought exploring the islands would be.
Meat of the tropics.
It's the only meat you're gonna have because the refrigerator's empty. Wayne and I just brought the dinghy into this little lagoon here. We just come across the colony of bats living back here in the mangroves. Flying foxes, as they call them in Australia.
All the bats are hanging and it's spooky. It's exactly the way it looked for the last 10,000 years. Nothing's changed. For the next 3 days, we hopscotch north.
We're on our way to Starfell from Mackay. And as you can see, the winds picked up. A storm from down south has finally hit.
Dan said it would take a month to get to Early Beach, and I thought he was just being Dan and overestimating, but it really is taking a month.
2 more days have passed, and we're making some real progress.
20-knot wind. It's blowing, and the boat's flying.
And finally, we've made it to our destination.
Well, we're here in the Whitsundays. After 28 days, 1,000 nautical miles, Hamilton Island's just off our starboard side. We've arrived. Woo! Hey, it's Whitsundays. We're finally here. Woohoo!
Next stop, Able Point Marina. It's just had a $60 million overhaul, which is great because it's going to be our base for the next 3 months. Today, it's just Wildflower and me waiting for Maxine to arrive. Skipper Wayne's flown home. So now I'm the skipper, for better or worse.
The boat's stocked and provisioned and ready to go. I spent days cleaning the boat. It no longer looks like a man cave. Maxine should be stepping off the bus any moment. Very excited to have her here.
I'm here at last. Woo! It's been a long time coming, baby. This is like paradise.
Oh, it's good to see Maxine. She looks so happy to be here.
Stepping aboard, Captain. Yay. Finally, darling, finally, we're together.
It was always meant to be our adventure. And yeah, now it's finally our adventure. The Admiral has stepped onto the ship.
Yay.
Coming up, the rookies take to the sea
The whales are very curious.
and have a surprise encounter.
I've been close to whales before, but not that close.